over the last 13 years, Call of Duty players have debated which Call of Duty games were the worst and killed off the franchise and made it fall off. And personally for me, I feel like it was the entire start of the exosuit movement with Advanced Warfare, supply drops, DLC, broken weapons being in supply drops only. It was horrible as like a 13, 12-year-old trying to get my mom's credit card to buy a supply drop. Like, it was not happening. But there are specifically 4 Call of Duty games that a lot of people argue about being the worst Call of Duty games of all time. So let me know in the comments below, for one, if you guys agree with these 4 Call of Duty games being called the worst CODs of all time. And 2, let me know which Call of Duty game, in your opinion, is the worst. Because I feel like it's a ballpark kind of subjective answer, and you're not going to see a lot of agreements when it comes to some reasons why people don't like a Call of Duty game. The first Call of Duty game that we need to talk about is one that I did not play a lot of, which is Modern Warfare 2019. A lot of people from Warzone obviously love and appreciate Modern Warfare 2019, but the game itself, when it comes to multiplayer, is heavily disliked by the OG player base, okay? First things first, the maps on Modern Warfare 2019 were very, very, very bad. It was packed with windows, doors, very dark corners, vertical angles, and literally long sightlines that just made zero sense. All the maps from launch all the way to the end of Modern Warfare 2019's life cycle were not that good because it all rewarded camping and holding down a head glitch or a power position on the map instead of, using the movement that was really nice, really fluid, and it would honestly be unrewarding every single time that you were trying to move and be aggressive because you would just die to somebody camping in a dark corner, holding a spot all the way up top. It was just ridiculous. Another big reason why people did not like Modern Warfare 2019 from the multiplayer game mode is the fact that they changed a lot of things. There were loud footsteps, there was no ninja perk at all, there was a fast TTK as well, there was mounting, there was doors, and then the biggest change that I remember was the fact that the mini-map no longer revealed unsuppressed gunfire unless your team had a UAV. And a lot of people just did not like these changes at all to multiplayer. And then the last part that a lot of people do not like is specifically from the competitive scene. People did not like how safe the game was to play if you were just to camp rather than being aggressive and using the new movement mechanics that were discovered later on with Warzone 1. And it just did not feel like a good experience to just play against people that camp 24/7 from casual standpoint in public matches and even a competitive standpoint in ranked matches as well. And a lot of its legacy from Modern Warfare 2019 is really distorted by Warzone because people remember Modern Warfare 2019 as the foundation for really good movement, really good gunplay, and obviously Warzone 1. But the multiplayer aspect, which was the core thing that Call of Duty itself was built on, was treated as one of the weakest things ever in a Call of Duty game. It just got no good treatment at all. And so for that, those reasons right there, Modern Warfare 2019 is one of the most hated Call of Duty games of all time. Now let's talk about some Call of Duty games that I actually played. Starting off with Infinity Ward's last game, Modern Warfare 2 2022. I don't believe that this is the worst Call of Duty game of all time, but I will agree with the fact that it's got to be up there in the top 2 conversation for one of the worst modern Call of Duty games of all time from 2019 on to now. And, I will give Modern Warfare 2 2022 some positive things that I, genuinely did enjoy, what kept me daily uploading during that time frame. It was definitely the gunplay when it came to how the guns felt and how there was definitely a skill gap when it comes to aiming your weapon and shooting at people. The movement, I didn't really like it at first. I got used to it and I started dominating people. I mean, I had over probably 40 to 50 nukes legitimately, not 2-boxing, not VPNing, and I was kind of good. But a change that really did not make a lot of people like Modern Warfare 2 2022 was obviously the movement. I mean, there was no bunny hopping, there was not really a fast movement mechanic at all. And compared to Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone 1, what we got with Modern Warfare 2 2022 and Warzone 2 as well was just not a good experience, all right? And then, obviously, the maps were a big issue as well. A lot of people felt like the maps lacked a very clean or memorable layout that really flowed well with the gameplay and what they had for the mechanics. And another big issue that people blew up about within the Call of Duty community was the UI, the interface, the menu system, and then also the progression structure with battle passes as well, and the weapon unlock platform system as well when it comes to having to grind out another gun for another attachment. And then there was also a huge clusterfuck of attachments and things that you could use on those games. And I don't blame them. I mean, it was just a struggle to get, you know, this one gun leveled up, and then I don't have all the attachments with it. It's just ridiculous. And another big point that a lot of people did not like about Modern Warfare 2 2022 was the fact that the content was just very angry. I mean, a lot of people saw the prices of the bundles and what we were getting, and it was not even close to realistic to the theme and what we were actually playing in. So many people got their panties in a twist, and I honestly agree with them, because the average cost of a Call of Duty bundle from Modern Warfare 2 all the way to now with Black Ops 7 is $24 clean on. I know that's what? 1, 2, that's like what? 4 games, right? So that's 4 years of content, and the average is $24. Not just 20, not just 18, it's $24 on average for every single Call of Duty game that's come out from Modern Warfare 2 2022 to now with Black Ops 7. And a lot of people, when it comes to, you know, content outside with the, you know, updates and, you know, the guns that we were getting, they just felt recycled, right? The maps weren't really exciting. We've seen them before. And a lot of people just did not like the kind of updates and content that we were getting from the paid aspect and the free aspect with seasonal updates as well. And I think another big final issue that I'll bring up is the fact that Modern Warfare 2 2022 had a huge identity problem. Like, mechanically, it wanted to be tactical and grounded and more realistic, but much of the player base wanted a very quick and expressive Call of Duty pacing of like Modern Warfare 2019 that's more grounded and tactical. Like, that made more sense, right? But for a lot of people, the changes and the way and the direction that they took with Modern Warfare 2 2022 was not something that really connected. And like I said earlier, I would call it one of, if not the worst modern Call of Duty game from 2019 to what we have now in 2026. And now the third worst Call of Duty game, because we still got one more, is Black Ops 6. I feel like this is a hot take. I'm going to be honest here. I feel like Black Ops 7 was a lot better than Black Ops 6, but Black Ops 6 is notoriously known as one of Call of Duty's worst from the community, and how the community overall reacted to Black Ops 6 on a grand scale. Not just multiplayer and Warzone. It's multiplayer, Warzone, zombies, and then also a little bit of the campaign as well. And even though OpenCritic reported a citing an average of 84 and then a 95% recommendation rate, a lot of the OG hardcore Call of Duty fans and players did not like this game. So first things first, people did not like the Omni movement. Omni movement was definitely oppressive for Call of Duty, but a lot of people felt like it raised the mechanical skill floor and the skill ceiling a lot higher than what it needed to be for Call of Duty when it came to having good movement in a Call of Duty game. And a lot of people just don't like it anymore, right? Another big thing was the maps as well. They were very hard on, you know, pushing out small maps. I mean, we had a whole train map that was just stupid as fuck. We had a whole, you know, stakeout 24/7 playlist for, you know, that entire year. And they really relied on these tiny maps or very open maps as well that were not fun at all. It would lead to frequent spawn trapping on both small maps and large maps. And there was no flow that was fun at all to use the Omni movement for Black Ops 6. And then, in my opinion, the biggest thing that was Black Ops 6's biggest problem was the matchmaking system. A lot of people argued that there was an exhausting lobby every single time due to skill-based matchmaking and engagement optimized matchmaking. And this is a year after Activision had released the skill-based matchmaking and engagement optimized matchmaking white papers, and they literally said themselves that it does not alter in-match damage or hit registration, aim assist, and visibility. Like, there was people making videos exposing the fact that, you know, skill-based hit damage or skill-based hit registration was a thing. All right, and then there's other, you know, problems with this game. I mean, the servers were horrible, the desync, the hit registration. There's a lot of balancing issues. I mean, we were using the same guns for literal months as well. And then, obviously, arguably the biggest community complaint outside of what I feel is the cheating and the hacking. I mean, I don't think it's as bad as Black Ops 7, but the cheating and hacking was, for a year, Black Ops 6 had the worst one. And I feel like for a lot of people, Black Ops 6 was dead for them when cheating and hacking just took over the game. All right. And now the last bad Call of Duty that is argued for being the worst is a very classic one, which is Call of Duty Ghosts. I mean, it's been seen and has been said to be the black sheep of the Call of Duty community, especially in most recent times. Like, I feel like the younger generation from TikTok, my generation, they really do agree with Call of Duty Ghosts being overhated and being so hated to the point where people don't even see the good in it. And I would completely disagree. With somebody that played Call of Duty Ghosts and experienced it firsthand as a kid, it was fucking awful for the multiplayer. The only thing that was good about Call of Duty Ghosts was the campaign, all right? And remember, guys, before Call of Duty Ghosts, we had games like COD 4 Modern Warfare, then we had World at War, then we had Modern Warfare 2, 2009, then Black Ops 1, and then Modern Warfare 3, 2011, and Black Ops 2 in 2012. We had the entire golden era, so no matter what Call of Duty Ghosts did differently, they were matching the bar with arguably the greatest Call of Duty games of all time, all right? So before it even released, before all the drama happened with Infinity Ward, they were fucked, okay? So some of the biggest complaints about Call of Duty Ghosts are, for one, the maps being way too large, and for the player counts that they have for some of the game modes, it was just not fun. Like, it was cluttery, it was not, fun at all when it comes to long gunfights and short gunfights and close gunfights. Nobody had fun at all with these maps, right? And the layouts of them were just not that good, okay? They were super slow or super campy, or they just did not pace well to the point where you didn't even finish matches back then, okay? And then also another big thing was the fact that Call of Duty Ghosts had a super fast TTK as well. So anytime that you moved or anytime that you tried to be aggressive, you get killed by a camper. It just felt super unrewarding, all right? And then a big thing from the multiplayer that people did not like was the created class system. From the perks, the weapons, the balance of everything when it comes to the perks and the weapons and the equipment as well. It was just super unpopular. And a lot of class setups back then and a lot of gameplay back then really was just people staying still, playing like a fucking machine and not moving at all. So it was just not fun to watch or not fun to play against as well. And then another big thing that was a huge criticism back then compared to now is the fact that Call of Duty Ghosts' campaign was good, but the cast itself was just not that memorable, or there's not a satisfying narrative payoff, especially even now, because there's not going to be another Call of Duty Ghosts unless Sledgehammer Games or Infinity Ward decide to make another one, right? And a big part of a community that felt attacked by Infinity Ward and the new devs there with Call of Duty Ghosts was the fact that they replaced zombies with the Extinction mode. Extinction was very weird for its time, but it definitely had fans back then. It still has fans now, but a lot of people just saw it as a weaker substitute for Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 zombies. And a lot of people were excited to hear that they were doing some sort of zombies mode, and they really hoped that, they could continue the storyline after Black Ops 2, but they didn't do that. And all in all, Call of Duty Ghosts was just a super weak Call of Duty game after the golden era of Call of Duty, man. And for a lot of people, it really did kill off classic Call of Duty for them. All in all, though, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys agree with me or disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. In my opinion, I truly still believe that one of the Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, or Infinite Warfare games that had supply drops, those were the worst. What we have now is a lot better, but there's definitely some mistakes that modern Call of Duty and modern Activision and all the studios are doing. But let me know in the comments below if you guys agree or disagree. I would love to hear it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.